about important topics, including our fundamental beliefs in the religion of Islam. As currently in today's world, we are in the most unprecedented and darkest of times that we have faced as mankind in recent history, where we are globally self-isolating and distancing from our most loved ones, and our cultural and our Islamic centers. They have been closed down due to this coronavirus or COVID-19. So we felt this as a responsibility to make use of our technology and our latest gadgets to come forth into the service of our youth and brothers and sisters in faith, to come onto a platform like TV or television, where most people are sitting at home today and are watching television, to host a talk about our current issues in regards to our practice, fundamental beliefs, and our values. Before I'd like to begin our discussion and our talk with our scholar today, I would like to explain a bit about what we are doing today, so that our audience and everybody that is watching today can understand what our goals are and what we want to achieve and what is our motives behind this. We should obviously know the need for something before we begin anything. If we do not know the need for something, we won't have the same importance for it. Therefore, the need for a program like ours is to renovate and polish whatever we know about our religion. Just as how getting a medical exam is important for our physical selves, getting a spiritual medical exam is also very important. So we need to know our fundamentals properly. For example, like, how can we prove atheism wrong? How can we stand against atheism? How can we prove that our prophethood and imamate is legitimate, for example? So we need to know our basics. So to know our basics and our fundamentals, it is very important, and it is highly important that we must clear all types of doubts and uncertainties that we have about our school of thought, and clear any issues that we have with our faith. Therefore, our mission is clear, and it is to clear the doubts we have about religion, especially with our youth today and our brothers and sisters who are young, who sometimes have these questions in their minds, but do not have a time to find an answer, or do not have somebody to talk to find the answer to these questions that are just stuck in their mind. So, and especially in the world that we live in today, because mosques and cultural centers, they are closed, and doubts are increased because of the fact that everything is closed down and we have nowhere to talk towards to. So due to the circumstances we have today, we must arise and come onto a platform like this today, because misconceptions and confusions are on the rise. And it is very difficult and it is very easy, to get confused and lost into thoughts, and there are evil powers that are working relentlessly to make people faithless. And today I have the honor to be the host of this discussion. My name is Ali Hadi, and I am born in the United Kingdom. I am raised in the United States, and I currently study in the holy city of Qom in the Islamic Seminary, or the Hawza Ilmiya. It is an honor to also welcome our honorable and knowledgeable scholar, who also happens to be my father, Hujjatul Islam al-Muslimin, Maulana Ghulamul Shabbiri, who will be the one presenting these valuable and most precious discussions covering various topics. Assalamu alaikum, Maulana.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Just before we could start our discussion, could you please just give us a brief introduction, please?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. قال مولانا إمام الباقر عليه الصلاة والسلام تفقهوا في الدين فإنه مفتاح البصيرة. First of all, I would like to say salam and greeting to all mu'minin, mu'minat, all viewers of this program today. And as this week is a week of honor, and it's been called as the week to celebrate the birth of two great personalities of Hazrat Ma'asuma Salamullah Alayha, and also Hazrat Imam Ridha Alayhi Salatu Salam. I would like to extend congratulations to all brothers and sisters, especially my dear youth, those who are viewing this program today. Our fifth Imam, Muhammad al-Baqir alayhi salatu wasalam, has said that think deep in religion and ponder into religion, فَإِنَّهُ مِفْتَاحُ الْبَصِيرَةِ, because thinking and pondering into religion and reflecting into religion, it is a key towards your insight. This program is actually to go deeper towards religion and evident our religion, and erase all the misconceptions around the religious matters, that we can understand better. And if we know every concept with the evidence, then this is something that we would like to have. We are opening the door. We may not be able to achieve the goal, but what we would like to do, that we would like to challenge the minds, those important questions we are going to raise. And I would like to request youth to set your time, that you can just pay attention and look at the questions, that you might need that in day-to-day discussions when you are out there in schools and colleges and universities, or maybe on the social media, that at the moment you may be facing those challenges, and inshallah we'll try to discuss those challenges you are facing in day-to-day life.
Ahsantum. Thank you, Maulana. Just to kick off our program, I wanted to ask you a question. It's a question that is a doubt in the minds of many youth, and it's a doubt in many of the elders' minds as well. What is religion and why religion?
A very important question, and I know that this is in the minds of many youth, those who would like to know about religion. Maybe there are various types of definitions that are being given outside. Sometimes somebody says that it's a rule of life, for example, or maybe somebody says it's just set of belief. So there can be certain types of the definitions in the mind, and I know that you must have some sort of concept, and everybody has a sort of concept in their mind. But just to clarify that religion, it means that set of belief with the practices according to that set of belief, and also it's going to include our moral values. Of course, our practices are based on our belief, and it's nothing to do with any religion. But every religion has a kind of definition that it's going to be a set of belief, and that set of belief becomes actually a base and foundation that somebody has that courage to start, and there's enthusiasm to practice anything. And then we have those morals and ethical values. So more or less, religion of Islam or any other religion is going to have the same definition. When we look at the need of religion, that is the second question that our dear youth has asked, Ali Hadi, and I would like to appreciate that this is really important discussion, and everybody needs to ask this question: do we really need religion? And especially in today's world, for example, if somebody is living in this modern world, and let's say, for example, we are living in Britain and Western countries where all our needs are fulfilled, and we are doing job, eating, drinking, doing everything. But at the same time, what is really need of religion, and do we really need religion? So the first answer, before I speak about that, I would like to say that religion is something that is part of the nature of human being. It is something that it's innate of human being. We are born with this religion, and nobody is born in this world without any belief. We are born in this world. That means we are meant to believe, not a specific belief, but we are meant to believe. And the evidence for that, everybody would like to ask that what is the evidence that religion is part of the nature of human being? This can be challenged, and many may say that it's not part of our nature. But that nature, when we like to say any concept or anything, it's part of nature. For example, eating, drinking. Whenever we become hungry, then we eat. Whenever we become thirsty, when we drink. So these are natural things of human life. Those things that are natural, actually, they have some specific significances. One of the significances that wherever you go, you would find the same. If, for example, if you go into the Eastern countries, when they become hungry, then they're going to be eating something. When they become thirsty, then they're going to be drinking something. So that means a common practice within the human being, within the history, and in today's world, and tomorrow it's going to be same. That is going to be considered as natural. When we look at religion, it is kind of a phenomenon that it's been in the life of human being from the centuries, from the beginning of the life of human being, and it's been existing in all the centuries, and it exists everywhere in the world at the moment. So that is one thing that we can say, that religion is part of our nature. Another thing that is really important, my dear youth and brothers and sisters, that when we open our eyes in this world, then we start developing a kind of universal view. So what it means with universal views, that you look around. Once you look at your parents in the beginning, that you start looking around, stars, moon, and this earth, and mountains, and this beautiful house that is built in this world. And we have many things built in as we have built out. So this universe that is built out and built in. In this universe, we start making our view. Some may say that yes, this is a world that it come out of the nature, and that is going to end a day. And there can be another view that says that no, anything it exists in this world that must have its creator. So that is going to be considered as a divine view. So there are two types of the concepts in this world. One is that is considered as materialistic concept, and second is considered as a divine concept. But we are meant to have these two views. All the human being, anybody opens in his eyes in this world, they are going to have this type of concept about this universe. We can't say that there's nothing existing. Maybe sometimes there was a group of people, those who actually believed in non-existence. There is nothing exists in this world, but it's not possible. We can't deny ourselves. We exist in this world, and there are many things that are existing in this world, and this existence itself, it's going to make us that we try to define what it is and where it comes from and where it's going to go. And that is actually considered as belief. Another thing, in our daily life, in our languages, in our dictionaries, there is something that is important that we say about various things that I believe in that. And there are various things that we say, I don't believe in that. When we say believe in that and don't believe in that, so this exists in every language. Every language is going to use that. That means this belief is part of the life of human being. So human being can't live without belief. They can't say, I don't believe. So this is another very important evidence. And, we have four important religions that are considered as divine religion, like Christianity, Judaism, Islam. So those religions that are related to the divinity and divine religion that were existing in the past centuries, and they consider that there are prophets that have been sent. According to Islam, like 124,000 prophets. So can't you, can you believe that all these prophets, they got together on the wrong? They were not being in the one era, one age, but they were being existing in the various ages of time. And thousands of scholars, those who came into this world, those who actually were preaching about the divine values and divine teachings. That also gives us a sense that religion is part of the nature. And finally, that I would like to say that there were many civilizations that were already been vanished in this world. They came, for example, Persian and Roman type of civilization that were being in this world, and their customs. They tried to make those customs, but that are already been completely vanished. But only the most important concept that is still living in this world. So regardless of any religion, but religion, it exists in this world and in various forms and in various customs and various countries, you can find this religion today. So that is the most important evidence that religion is part of the nature of human being. Even people, those who were living in the past history into the mountains, like living in the caves, they were also having sort of religion. So that makes us understand that religion is a need for human being, and we can't live without the religion.
Right. Just a quick question before we move on. What is the difference between religion and belief? Is religion a part of belief, or is belief the same thing as a religion? For example, if I say that I believe in this coronavirus existing, I believe in this world having many issues, I believe that I have children, I have many beliefs, but it's not necessary that I have a belief, but it's not necessary I have a belief and a religion at the same time. It could be that I believe in things, but I don't have a religion. So is there a difference between belief and religion, or does belief stem from religion? Or if you can please elaborate on that.
So as I said in the beginning, that religion, it consists three important elements. One is the set of belief, and second is practices according to that, and then our moral values. So there are three things that we can discuss about. One is religion, second is belief, and third is faith. Religion is actually a general concept or ideology that has some sort of belief. So belief is part of religion. That means any belief that becomes a religion. But if somebody believes in something, that is going to be considered as a religion. If somebody says that I really don't believe, I really don't believe in any religion, for example. So Shaykh Mutahhir Ridwanullah Ta'ala says that atheists, those who say that we really don't believe in religion, they are meant to say that I believe that there is no religion. So they can't say that I don't believe. So they're declaring their belief that at the moment, religion that are existing outside, we don't believe in those religion. So that means they are stating their own belief. So belief is something that actually included into the religion, or religion is going to be something general, and belief is a specific phenomenon within the religion. Then we can say what is difference between belief and faith. Belief is actually in the beginning something that becomes evident for somebody, or somebody starts considering something as to be part of convicted towards that or convinced towards that. There is possibility that belief is right, and there is possibility that belief is wrong as well. But if somebody becomes convinced to something, that is going to be part of his belief. According to our religion, belief is something that actually becomes deep rooted into the heart. That has become evident for somebody. But faith is something that becomes practical as well. Belief is just a concept. It is a kind of certainty based on some sort of convictions. But faith is something that becomes practical, and that is what our Aimma salam, and especially Sixth Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam has defined this faith by saying, Al-Imanu ma tarassakhat fil qulub. The faith is something that is deep rooted into the heart. وَصَدَّقَتْهُ الْأَعْمَالِ. And our practices are going to define this faith as well. And they are going to testify of faith. That means while faith does not become practical, it has no meaning. It's just kind of belief. And it's not going to be beneficial for anybody. But faith, when it becomes faith and it's deep rooted into the heart, then we try to practice according to that. It's like a tree that if its roots are dry, then outside also it's going to be significant that tree is going to be dry as well. But if roots are fresh and they are solid, then definitely tree is going to have reflection, that it's going to have greenery as well.
Right. Just a question as on behalf of a youth. How can we consistently keep up our religion? This at times, because of the world that we live in, because of the countries that we live in, it becomes difficult to consistently strive against our own selves and strive in a country where it usually brings us towards faithlessness. How can we keep our religion to be more consistent on a daily basis, or keep it consistent in our lives?
Yes, in order to have consistency in our practices, and in order to have religious belief consistent, it's important that we need to look at the evidences of religion and know about religion and think deep into the religion, reflect into the religion. And if we have that deep knowledge about the religion, and if religion has become evident for us, then definitely it is going to give enthusiasm that we will be practicing. So that means religion, when it changes to the faith and it gets into the heart, and when it's deep rooted in the heart, then it is going to encourage and it's going to give enthusiasm that we'll be practicing the religion as well. In today's world, when there are various types of bombardment of materialism and various challenges outside, in order that we can be stronger in front of all these challenges, what we need to do, that we need to build in. We need to build in. We need to make our religion evident, and we need to find out that whatever we believe it has a basic foundation, and our foundation is stronger. And if inner foundation is going to be stronger, then it's going to reflect outside as well, and we'll be able to face those challenges as well.
Right, so Maulana, you're trying to say that in order for us to really be practicing our religion, we should try to learn more about our religion, and we should try to prove it in a way where that we can intellectually accept it for ourselves first before we can go and practice it. Otherwise, if we practice without having any intellectual or logical proofs for our own religion, then it will be difficult for us to practice also. Is that what you're trying to say? I'm just trying to reiterate your words. If you can confirm.
Ali Hadi, while we are not convinced about anything, let's say, for example, if somebody says to me that you have to apply for this job, then I'm going to be asking that what is good for this job? How many wages? How much is the wages, for example? Then I'm going to be asking what are the rest of benefits? Is it flexible? Is it something, I can do that or I can't do that? Is it according to my education, for example? So then we start asking those questions about that because we would like to be convinced. When we are going to be convinced, then we are going to apply for that. So the practice, it comes after we become convinced about something. In religion also, when we are convinced about the religion, that is the point that we start practicing according to that as well. And if everything that we practice, we are convinced toward that, then we are going to be, attracted towards that, and we would like to do that. We'd love to do that as well.
So practice is always going to be with the amount of knowledge that you have in a religion. Another question that I wanted to ask you, Maulana, for today is that what are the benefits of having religion? Are there any benefits to it? Or is it just something that we get from our parents? Our parents tell us to wear hijab, for example, or they tell us to pray namaz on time, or they tell us to give our khums and our zakat and do hajj, for example, or recite the Quran. What are the benefits of religion in general? Are there any benefits that you can mention that are outstanding and they can appeal to people who have forgotten about religion, for example?
Yes, very important question, because in today's world, if we don't know about the benefits, then we do not have any courage as well. We as human beings are kind of, nature. We have kind of nature that we would like to know about the benefits of anything. So in the beginning, before I start, having discussion about the benefits of religion, other days I was looking at the BBC, and one of the pages of BBC, it says that benefit of the religion. It was the title of the article at the BBC, where youth was speaking about the religion being beneficial at the time of pandemic, in these circumstances where we were all locked down, for example, and we were living in very miserable time. Nobody can meet with anybody. Nobody can go outside, for example. And in this kind of situation, many people, they had lost their jobs as well. They may have not lots of benefits. And in this kind of situation where there is a complete misery, youth from Muslim community, youth from Jewish community, and from Christian community, they were having discussion about the benefits of religion at this challenging time. And I was really surprised that they were saying that only the thing that has really helped us in during this time of pandemic, that was religion. Religion has helped us, that it has given us a hope for the future. Religion is something that actually keeps us engaged. We were being busy into the prayers, and that is how we have been able to come out of this difficult time as well. So, dear brothers, sisters, and viewers, today I would like to start with one of the tradition that is famous from our sixth Imam, Jafar al-Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam, that when an atheist comes to Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam, speaking to him, asking about religion, that is there any way that there is day of judgment? Do you think that there is a day of judgment after that? Imam alayhi salatu wasalam over there, speaking about the benefit of religion, he says that religion is actually prevents us from any possible danger. There are concepts within the religion that there is hereafter, and it's not only this world that we see. And religion is kind of important concept that actually opens the horizon of the mind. It makes person as universal, thinking beyond this matter, and linking people to the world that is another world, a world beyond this world. So we believe that this world, it becomes just a field where we practice, and then we are going to see the fruits of that in the other world. Imam Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam said to this atheist that if there is any other world after this world, then we are successful. We don't have any danger facing to us, because we try to practice in this world, and we follow the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we try to make this world that becomes field to the other world, a step toward the other world. But if there is no other world existing after our death, and we saw that nothing, so we did not lose anything. We have been practicing something, as many other they were practicing some other things. We are practicing something, and now come that there is nothing, so we did not lose anything. But if this happens to somebody who did not believe and did not practice anything, and tomorrow after the death, they saw that, oh my God, there is another world, and their eyes open, and a very important life started, or a completely new life started. New life, like a child born in this world. You know, other world is going to be like a child born in this world. When he opens his eyes, he starts looking, what is this? We are going to be entering to the other world, then we'll see that, there is a completely different world that has started. So if for an atheist, when he dies and he witnessed that there is another world, then he can't come back. He can't do anything. He lost everything. He lost all opportunities. So the most important benefit of religion, that it prevents us from the possible danger. You know, brothers and sisters, that if today government say to you that you have to buy an insurance for possible danger, that you may get involved with the accident, or maybe you have anything that problem occurs while you're driving, then insurance is going to help you. Or maybe sometimes you're asked that if you need any assistance, then they ask you that you have buy policy, and this assistance is going to be provided on the road. We may not have any accident in whole our life, and we may not have any need to any assistant. If a good driver is going to be driving in whole his life, then he's not going to have any problem maybe in his whole life. But still we are being asked that you have to buy insurance. See, this is the important, that in order that we can prevent ourselves from the possible danger, we try to buy the insurance as well. This is one of the most important thing, that for this reason we take benefit of the religion, and through that we prevent ourselves from any possible danger. There are many and plenty other benefits, like religion gives us hope, as I've said in my discussion about the statements that I've said about youth, those who are speaking at this time. Religion gives us satisfaction to live at the life when we are facing the challenges. It also gives us a concept about this human being and the meaning of the life. The most important benefit of the religion, that it gives a meaning to the life. Those who do not have religion, they don't have any meaning to life. They're going to be eating, drinking, living in this world and going, that's it. But religion, it gives objectives to the life, meaning to life. If somebody does not have meaning of the life, then they're going to be, sometimes doing suicide, killing themselves, or maybe, sometimes just doing some sort of things that are going to be completely meaningless. It is one of the verses of Quran that is a very short verse of Quran, and I would like to bring attention of you towards that, although time is almost ending, and I would like to conclude with that as well. That Quran says, "Aina tadhabun?" Where are you heading towards? Where are you going to? It's like when you're driving your car and somebody stops you somewhere and asks you, "Where are you going?" And you say,
So,
"Nowhere."
just sorry, I don't want to cut you off. I just wanted to add one note, just to elaborate on what Malana is saying, dear audience and everybody who is currently listening to us, is that this very verse of the Holy Quran, "Aina tadhabun," it is the actual main maqsad, or the main goal that we want to achieve in doing these sessions, is that really which way are we heading towards? Which way are we heading towards in our religion, in our life, in all aspects? What are we doing? So this very ayat is the soul of our discussion. So go ahead, Maulana, continue.
Yes, and I would like to request all the youth that please, write down this small verse in front of you wherever you live, and maybe keep looking at that. أين تذهبون? This is question of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Where are you heading to? And we need to know about that. And this gives us objective of life, meaning to our life, that we are heading towards another world where we are going to be achieving, where we'll see results of our life. So when we look at this verse, then we understand that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us that we need to know objectives of life and meanings of life. And religion is something that gives meaning to the life. And when life is meaningful, maybe somebody says that living in this world is meaning. If living is meaning of the life, then what is the meaning of living? What is objective of living? Why do we live in this world? So the question for that is going to be remaining the same. So we live in this world for very important objectives to achieve in this world, that we can enter to the other world and we can complete and be perfect human being in this world. I hope that our discussion today, it was beneficial for our listeners and viewers, and we'll try our best that if we can, give the message, and you can start erasing all the confusion from your mind. And if anything, you couldn't understand, please ask the question. You can send the questions through our telephone number. We're gonna be giving the number as well. Our brothers and sisters, they can send during the week, and next week we can discuss about those important questions as well. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all. Ali Hadi, if you like to add at the end, then we can say dua.
Yes, I'd like to say my thanks to everybody who's using their time to watch us and to take the time out to listen to our program. And I hope this turns out to be beneficial. And if you have any comments or feedbacks on how we can improve our quality of our discussions and our talks, or if you have something specific that you think that is important for us to talk about, also you can also recommend something also, and we'll consider it, inshallah. If you have any questions and anything in regards to our topic and our discussion, please feel free to message us on the phone number that is provided. And I would like to end with a short dua for Imam Zaman. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Thank you everybody, and we appreciate you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.